Yes, I think today there are many good news about this negotiation. As you know, now they reached to an cessation as like agreement, and this agreement between Hamas and between the Israeli government and the correspondent of the and with the Qatar and Egypt and the United States of America. I think now we could reach to uh, almost to maybe 90 percentage from the agreement have been finished, have been achieved. 10 percentage it is just remaining, and it will be postponed to the after the agreement, because the agreement is that's from three parties or three stages. As you know, the first stage have been discussed, have been negotiated, and now they started to go ahead with this. The problem is that, or maybe the more challenge is about the logistic issues, about the exchange of the hostages and the prisoners between the two parties, and also in the same time about the withdraw from the Israeli from the some places like from Netzarim and from the middle of Gaza. So it's like starting. It will be like one by one. When we finish the first stage, we'll go to another stage, and it will reach to end of the war after the finishing of three stages. So I think it's good news, and I hope that this will be maybe to reach to agreement, to be signed on the agreement, maybe until this week, the end of this week, or the first, or the early next week before Trump is coming to the White House. So this is, I think, until now. And as you mentioned on your, that report, that the American mediators, Mr. also Steve Witkoff, went to with Israeli, and also he went to Qatar with the Israeli intelligence departments, the Shabak and the Mossad, and that's mean this is good indicators from the Israeli that they are convenienced with the negotiation in Qatar, and that means there is a progressing, and that means we will reach to agreement. And this was before. It's like a miracle to reach this agreement, maybe in 2 or 3 days, while before that it was no signal that we could reach to agreement. It's just talking to reach to agreement every day without making anything on the ground.
So, how significant has the involvement of Qatar, the Israeli intelligence, and the U.S., particularly Trump's envoy, how has all these factors been in advancing these negotiations? What are the impact of all these parties on the negotiation process?
Yes, I think all these things, from the beginning, before going to Doha, and before that starting this, or before 15 days, I think there is like work on under the table between all the parties, without you mentioned anything about this. That discussion or negotiation. They don't want anybody to know about this until they reach to the agreement. As you know, in the last 15 days, the Trump push on Israel, and he talked to Netanyahu, and also Biden talked to Netanyahu, and Steve Witkoff said to Netanyahu, Bibi, we want to reach to agreement. And Trump want to reach to agreement before he come to the White House, and also in the same time, that even in the ground, there is many of the Israeli soldiers have been killed, as you know, before today, before even yesterday, and before 3 4 days. So also the Israeli, even in public opinion, Israeli, they are just asking why the Israeli is there, why our soldiers killing without any reason. So we want to withdraw from Gaza because we don't have any work now. Even they didn't fulfill all what they said before, like Netanyahu in the beginning of the war. He said that he will destroy Hamas, he will reach and to release all the detainees or the hostages, but he didn't do anything. What is the hostages coming? Release it. It was died. So because of this, I think Netanyahu, and also there are another thing is that Netanyahu could convenience the extreme, some of the extreme members in his government, like Smotrich and also like Ben
Smotrich.
Gvir, yeah, Smotrich and Ben Gvir, that he want their supporting, and also he promised them that that their government will work in West Bank. Gaza is not their field, so they should withdraw from Gaza, and he also gave them guarantee that they could increase the settlements in West Bank, which is the core of the Israeli settlers. That's a project.
Yes. The Palestinian Ministry of Foreign Affairs has also warned of Israeli plans to displace Gaza residents to the West Bank. So, how might this affect the broader dynamics of the ceasefire negotiations, especially that you mentioned the settlements issue?
Yes, I think now the Israeli, as first of all, I think the government of Israel, the extreme Smotrich and Yatir, I don't think that they will draw from the government. Even today, Smotrich said, like that speech which was angry, but I don't think that they will draw from the government because I think they have their agenda in the West Bank, not in Gaza. So I think it will positively for the Palestinian in Gaza. I think the Israeli will withdraw. Maybe they will make some arrangement in the border of Gaza, but they will not stay, especially in the Netzarim and also in the middle of Gaza. And some positive indicators, according to the agreement, the people who displaced from the north of Gaza to the south, they allow them to come back. Now, I think what have been suggested or have been planned before, or the people said that they will be the people of Gaza will go out of Gaza. I think this has been failure now because the people of Gaza stay, and also they could stay in Gaza, and they didn't go even from the south to the border of Egypt or to Sinai, as they mentioned before. So I think for Gaza, maybe it will take many years in order to the reconciliation and rebuilding all the what happening there,
But
and to
doctor,
maintain
there remains some concerns as well for both parties, for Israel and Hamas, regarding the implementation of the detainee exchange and the ceasefire agreement. What are the main concerns for both parties, in your own opinion?
Yes, I think the Israel for this is something like logistic issues, especially Hamas need time in order to know about all these detainees, because as you know, some of the detainees is not in the hand of Hamas. They are in the hand of, that some maybe family or some factions here and here in the north or the south or the middle of Gaza. So they need time in order to know about all these issues and to know about the detainees situation. While for the prisoners today, as you know, the head of the Palestinian prisoner, Mr. Kaddoura Faris, went to Qatar in order to discuss about the Palestinian prisoner who should be released on the first and the second stages. Especially, they mentioned about 200 from the who are in the jail, and they are not allowed to go out from the jail, and who are accused to kill the Israeli, like bloodshed, yeah. And in the same time, I think we are talking about the children, we are talking about the women there. But at the end, I think American and Qatar and Egypt, I think they are the main guarantee for this, and they will do what they could do in order that this agreement will go ahead without any problem. Maybe there are, as I said, logistic issues, but like what they did before, in the last year, they could release some of the detainees. But at the end, I think if all the parties is willing to fulfill this agreement without any problem, maybe there are some problem here, but at the end, they could reach to agreement and after that, the Israeli will withdraw from Gaza.